Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's a hump day. We've made it to the midway part of the week. We are on the Braylon Edwards Show, Monday through Friday, 2 until 4. Brendan is back. You got the car back, man.
I'm back.
It's a little iffy, but he is back and ready to roll. Glad that you're back in the booth, and Kool-Aid is with us, and the good luck charm is to my right. That's what we should start calling him, the good luck charm. He goes to Piston games, they win. Why don't you start going to Baligian games? I want you there tomorrow night, okay? Because you go to the Red Wings game last night, and they bust out of a 4-game winless streak. They did salvage a point in Boston the other day, but still, it wasn't a win. Yeah. But you were there for a 5-4 victory last night, and I know you had fun. Not as much fun as I'm having with all this Buddy's Pizza.
Game?
I'm having all kinds of fun with the Buddy's Pizza, man.
The Buddy's Pizza right there.
Man, well, I was still kind of swallowing the one piece that I had right there. That's fantastic. Katie from Buddy's is here with us. We're going to talk to her in a little bit. It is missing one little piece. You notice that? You know, the puzzle is missing. The puzzle's in my gut right now. So you had a good time last night at LCA.
I did, man. Shout out to George David. He works with the Detroit Pistons in the form of a managerial space. But it was a good time, man. You went down there. It's VIP. It's all set up. You've been down there where you come out right where the Red Wings go to their tunnel. That's where we spent the majority of our time. As you see right there, the jacket worked last night. It was fun. They scored. The only thing that sucked is we spent so much time in that VIP area. I saw one goal out of the 5. Every time I looked up,
that Players Club is tight.
Players Club is a lot of fun.
On fire, as Kool-Aid would say.
A lot of fun.
It is fire.
But it was good to see him win. But I do have a public service announcement.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, how many other black guys were in the building for the hockey game last night?
Shub likes to steal my thunder. It's cool though, but here we go. Public service announcement. Calling all black Red Wings fans. It's okay to come to LCA. It's okay to come watch hockey. Like, I was the only black man in there that was not working.
We did not talk about this.
The experience.
We didn't.
That was my public service announcement. I was the only brother in there.
We did not talk about
hockey,
this.
But damn.
I gave Kool-Aid a wink.
Shit.
Katie right there just about coughed up her entire glass
I
of
told you we
water.
were coming in hot.
She's like, holy crap, did you just ask him that? Yeah, I mean, we're brothers. That's no problem.
I'm not even going to lie. And I'm glad you asked. Like, look, black people, man, like, come on, man. Like, I've been a fan for a very long time. Like, in 95, I cried when he lost to the Devils. So, like, I've been a fan. It's time to get people involved. But that involves you too, Red Wings, because more fans will come if you consistently win.
Right.
Like, that's the next step. So, black fans, I need you to come. Red Wings, I need you to keep winning. But last night was a good start. It was a good start. A lot of fun.
No, Bray, you didn't go to Coop up on the second level? Because when I went there for D-Mac night in a couple games, that's where I found a couple of them. Shout out to Coop.
They should have had you doing the horn.
I've done it before.
I know you have.
I did it last year.
Yeah.
It's a fun experience. Like, you know, once is enough.
Okay.
Because it was like I got the fans. They were supporting. It was still a good time. I think Michigan had just beat Ohio State and Alabama, and we had just gotten Bryce Underwood. So how that working out? So, like, with that being said, everybody went crazy. Like, now, you know, Michigan's not so hot right now.
All right, let's take a poll right now. Ready? Let's take a poll. You see the jacket. He wore it yesterday.
Yeah.
Brendan didn't see it, but in case you folks at home didn't watch yesterday, I don't know why you wouldn't, but in case you didn't, it was what a clean jacket. It's just beautiful.
Shout out to my guy, John Yu, man.
Now he's got the original 6. Can you get up and model it for us just a little bit, please? Do you mind? Do you mind?
It's the Macy's parade.
It is. It's the Macy's parade.
Hey, let's get some nice music right now.
It's the Braves parade, okay?
Let's get us some nice music,
all right,
Brendan.
so we got the original 6. We got the Maple Leafs, Wings, and Blackhawks, Rangers, Bruins, and Habs. Now the back. Look at that. That is badass.
Wait, hold on. Let me zoom in on this real quick.
Oh, look it.
Let me zoom in on you real quick.
All right. So you're complaining that I'm calling you the Macy's Day Parade and you actually take off the shoes. Yeah. All right. All right.
Made me stand up.
All
Now,
right.
now you have to get the whole fit.
Dude, you look good.
You got your
look
fit
really
check,
good.
as they say.
Really good.
You guys just got hijacked by his buddies. I'm sorry. Wait.
I don't
Let me
blame
get the
you.
cameras
I don't
back.
blame
I'm
you.
sorry.
You should be
I'm
zooming
so
in
sorry.
right now. Don't forget the salad. Braylon. By the way,
Hey,
this
I'm
is the
taking that
side
whole
of
salad
Braylon's
home.
lunch. Braylon has a salad every day.
Yeah.
More oftentimes than not from buddies. This is about the size of it, and he kills it through the entire 2 hour of the show. It's amazing.
I would be floating around 240 if I was eating salads that big.
I'm so proud of the example he sets that we don't follow.
Nah, you
Braylon
guys
Frank?
can care less about the health kick. Man.
I know.
Like I'll mention salad and broccoli or asparagus or good thing, and that's the response I get.
Yeah, well, we got a Greektown Buddies pizza
There
right
you go.
here that looks
have some of
it
that.
almost
Yeah.
like you don't want to touch it. It's like a masterpiece. Braylon's been eyeing that for a long time. So, so here's the poll: which jacket, the Red Wings clean jacket or that badass original 6? Brendan, what do you got?
I've only seen that picture, but I mean they're both great.
Yeah, they are.
But I gotta go with the Red Wings jacket. That
Okay.
one looks pretty clean.
All right, Kool-Aid. I know it's not a Pistons jacket, but just give it a long. You saw it had a nice long look yesterday, and that one right now.
Yeah. Honestly, this one is really tough. That's such a nice jacket you got on. But the Red Wings one, it was almost like Bruce Wayne-esque, bro. Like it was like Batman Beyond-esque.
Bruce-
It hits
okay.
right, man. It's
Okay.
I gotta go with the Red
All
Wings.
right. So,
Oh, here
settle
comes
down,
the
Bruce
hate.
Wayne.
Here
All
comes the hate.
Terry McGinnis.
All right,
He gave me a
Robin.
little, he gave me a
All right,
little Bruce Wayne, man.
So you
Terry
got
McGinnis.
so
too.
so
Batman
one.
Beyond.
Are you
I
saying-
see
That
it.
one, the
I
black
see
and
you
red.
though. I see
Okay,
you,
good
though.
job, Christian Bale. So are you Red Wings or Original 6? Which is it? Because we got tied
you
up
know what?
in the man love there.
Just in a close, narrow victory, it is the Red Wings.
Okay.
First of all, you know Kool-Aid is all things Detroit and Detroit only.
Of course.
This has other teams on it. Kool-Aid's like, how dare you?
No. I'm just looking at the original 6 on the back of the jersey, on the back of the jacket as well.
yeah.
That's
I'll
just
have
fire.
back
That is
yeah.
really fire. It is. The original
But
6.
both are fire.
They
According
are.
to Kool-Aid, both are fire.
They
You
are.
know what? I missed the mark last night. I should have wore this one.
I don't think you missed it at all. You
I'll
look
tell-
fantastic in
But
that.
I'll tell you why I
Yeah,
missed
all
the
the
mark.
vibes, even with the red in the
If we
picture.
want to be deep.
How many people saw him in a concourse
yeah.
and said, "I want that"?
Well,
Like I bet you there were
I
a
was
lot
the only
of.
black person there. Everybody saw me.
Well, that's a good point.
I was the only black
But
person.
I bet you there were a lot of husbands talking to their wives and saying, "You see that jacket? That's what I want for
Yeah.
Christmas." I'm serious.
Yeah, most people that come to Red Wings games don't wear jackets.
They wear parkas.
Not wearing jackets. No, they t-shirts. Just go in. But what I mean by like, if you want to go deeper, is this is an original 6 jacket, and the Bruins are here, and the Red Wings are here, and they played the Bruins last night. See if you want to get into the deeperness of it.
Yeah, there is a
Red's undefeated.
there is some symmetry there. I agree, and both are in the middle on this league. I got to be honest with you, and I love that jacket. Like when he wore that jacket, I was like, man, if I were a bigger dude, I would try to jump him and take the jacket. Okay.
I like try.
Yeah, try. That's the key
I
word.
appreciate that.
But that jacket right there is. I've always wanted a jacket like that, and it is incredible.
Appreciate that.
So I think I will say this. You say what you want about Braylon Edwards. That dude can dress. All right.
Yeah,
He
get-
can
get it from my mama, as
You,
they
you got
say.
some good stuff there. Really good stuff.
That jacket, I'll take this one like you because that one's too red. Like that's a one-off for me. Like I won't wear that jacket again until next year, 2 years from now.
Must be nice, man. I think I wear the same jacket just about every day. This guy
Me too.
This guy wears them once a month. Okay, so Brendan, we missed Brendan yesterday. We had KG yesterday, which was lucky. Our ears are still ringing from KG yesterday. What happened yesterday with your car, and what's going on now? Tell the
It's all
story.
good now.
Okay,
Just had a little issue.
little issue with
Had
the
to
car.
take it into the shop.
Okay,
Not.
you had it towed.
Yeah,
right?
I had it towed. Yeah.
Brendan, like, stop putting my business out there. Like, stop putting my business out
I
there.
had it towed. Got it fixed. I mean, it's,
But we've all had car troubles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not unique. We're glad you're back. What's the worst kind of car trouble you ever had?
Do crashes count? as
Yeah,
trouble?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I totaled my
I would say.
1975 yellow Camaro, 1976 yellow Camaro. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I got
totaled
it.
it coming back from
Yeah.
coming back from Cedar Fest at Michigan State when I was younger, and literally spun out and hit one of those big signs that say rest area.
Yeah.
My buddy, my best friend was next to me. He was not wearing a seatbelt. Back then, you didn't have to. I know, I'm ancient. He gets up and literally says, "Oh, shit." And he was on the console, because we had bucket
Right.
seats, right? As we're spinning. And it looked like Megatron took the car and bent it over his knee. back window popped out.
Optimus.
Yeah, Optimus Prime. The whole roof popped up. It was a nasty scene. That's the worst.
So everybody came away unscathed.
Just me and my buddy.
Did a couple scrapes.
Yeah, my spot bill baseball bag actually flew through the back window.
Oh my God.
And I was able to recover it.
Okay, I'll give you this one.
Okay.
I was leaving. I guess the details don't matter. The details don't matter in this story. Sorry, Mom. But legitimately, I was at a light. The light was I was in 7 Mile in Southfield, so I was headed east on 7 Mile, and the light was amber, about to turn red. And then all I know is I got through the light, and as soon as I got through the light, somebody came up underneath me, flipped the truck.
Ooh.
My Range Rover was flipped 6 times, and I didn't have my seatbelt on. Shocker! I didn't have my seatbelt on as well, and neither did my cousin. So I braced against the door and braced against his arm, and then we're like doing like this, and we're flipping. Flipped 6 times, landed. I didn't have so much as a scratch, a crick in my neck. God is good, saved me. My cousin had a little bit of whiplash. He was okay, and I made it through okay.
You are Batman.
I made it through.
That's a Seinfeld episode, by the way.
Legitimately unscathed.
You are Batman.
Yeah.
6 times.
And oh, by the way,
that's a truck. That's a lot of weight, man.
It is. I also I stayed clean in terms of a record as well, man. So appreciate you, Rico Jenkins.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah, you know
Worst
what?
car experience.
Man, actually my freshman year. I was back home here for Christmas break.
High school or college?
College. College. I was back home for Christmas break. It was New Year's Eve, and I was actually on the way back from the movies with some friends. And an underage drunk driver hit me. She literally just went onto oncoming traffic and hit me and pushed my car into right in front of a building that had a glass atrium, and there were like a couple kids in front. There was this old retainer wall that they were literally going to have removed that week. It was supposed to be that day, but it snowed. And because that retainer wall was there, my car hit that rather than going through the actual building. But
so you helped him.
It was tough.
Knock
man.
down the retainer wall.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I still got
did
the
a civil
mark
servant.
here, man. I still got it. I had a big old gash and everything. They actually found out that I had an enlarged left ventricle in my heart after that. So it shut down college basketball for me, but it did save my life in many ways, as well as
They also indicated
awareness.
what we've always known about you. You got a really big heart.
Hey, you know what?
That's not a bad way to play that.
Shep.
Is this the worst experience for you, Brendan?
No.
Okay. What is it?
My worst was I was with my buddy. It was in his truck, and we were driving down the back roads. It was pretty late at night, and it was probably, I would say, 3 or 4 days after like a flood happened in the area. Mm-hmm. And we were going pretty fast, and we started noticing the road just getting skinnier and skinnier. And it just came to the point where it was completely gone. It was eroded away. It was a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. And we went in pretty far. It became a ditch, basically, in the middle of the road, and we went in.
So you buried your car?
Buried the truck. Buried the truck.
Did it leak? Did the water seep into the whip?
Yeah.
No. It was pretty dried up by then. It's just they haven't done anything with the road yet. It was a seasonal road.
All right. Well, it's better than hitting a moose.
Hitting a moose?
Hit a moose?
Ooh. No, I'm just saying some people have hit moose.
Like, that's death.
Yeah,
that is death.
Like, you know how much they weigh?
Oh,
goodness.
Massive animals.
Like, what?
Massive
I was watching.
animals.
I used to be into I'm still into animals from time to time. That's how I fall asleep. Is throw on some National Geographic or Animal
Discovery
Planet.
Channel, yeah.
It's good. It's great because you're literally learning as you sleep. But
Some
was
people
watching-
put on a stream, some nice music. Braylon Edwards puts on grizzly bears attacking moose.
well, when you
Well, it's nothing
Dave,
better
when you
than
have David
David
Attenborough
Attenborough.
narrating,
There you go.
David Attenborough puts you right to sleep.
That's
Oh my! I can't do his voice right now.
The
But-
polar bear.
The Egyptian. But no,
gazelle.
but like legitimately, they were talking about one of my favorite ones was the most extreme animals, the most fierce animals, and they like rank them in all the different parts of the world. And when they talked about the moose, and they talked about in Canada, and talking about how big they are and what the damage they do, like, I was like, whoa, I'm not effing with no moose.
I'm learning something. Good night. I'm out.
Knocked out.
All right, when we come back, we're going
I'm
to talk a
David
little buddies. This
Attenborough.
is fantastic decoration, an early Christmas present for all of us here on the Braylon Edwards Show. Katie from Buddies is going to tell us a lot of the things that they got going on for you and how you can make that part of your Christmas gift-giving season. That's coming up next on the Braylon Edwards Show. But first, this from Ben Johnson.
We should get like David Attenborough to do like an ad for Buddies.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
This is a
You should do the ad read in his voice.
Kool-Aid seemed to
highly
enthrall
seasoned.
himself into the large pizza and inhale it all in one bite.
It's stuck in his gaze.
Ben Johnson Corporations, the government, even your insurance company, will do whatever it takes to minimize liability and withhold compensation. You don't want this to happen, so what do? You make Ben Johnson your first call. You reach out to him at benfights.com. Ben Johnson Law has been doing this for a very long time at a very high rate. Doesn't matter if it's a settlement, doesn't matter if it's a verdict. They want all the smoke. They want to take all the cases and get you the verdict, the settlement, whatever it is that you deserve. Let him fight for you.
The white-tailed deer seems to enjoy watch parties. We hope you do too at Woodward Sports and at Art and Jake's. It is there where we will find two large men at Live, Art and Jake's in Clarkston on December 14th. These large men will enjoy watching the Lions take on Matt Stafford and the Rams with you. So we invite you to come out and hang out with us and enjoy wall-to-wall coverage where you can watch wildebeest and the Lions battle on 80 different TVs.
Sorry, Art and Jake's.
22 craft beers on tap, and more. There's no better place to watch BBC and or all kinds of sporting events than Art and Jake's Sports Bar and Grill.
Oh my God, my mind was so in the gun.
That was excellent.
Season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. Injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
We back.
Every day at 2 o'clock we come in here, we're happy. I mean, we are. We smile because we like the people we work with, and it's a lot of fun. Today, it's going to be really hard. We can talk about Lions and all their troubles. It's going to be really hard to wipe the grin off our face because of all the things we have in front. Our new best friend is Katie from Buddies. If it were appropriate, we'd give her a big hug on camera. We'll let that wait because this food looks fantastic. How are you today?
Yeah, we don't want HR to get called. Let's keep it to
that's right. Yeah. Instead, we'll just take the mostaccioli, the pizza, the bread, the salad. Thank you for all this.
This is amazing.
How's the atmosphere at headquarters at Buddies? How has the season been for you?
Everything's going well. We got a lot going on. We have catering specials, dine-in all-you-can-eat party, or all-you-can-eat package specials for groups that want to dine in and host their holiday party. We have these awesome 80th anniversary glasses that we're giving away with $80 gift card purchases, and we have our annual free pizza with a $50 gift card purchase as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's outstanding service and it's outstanding value there.
I have a sneaky question for you. Okay, sneaky question. Now, how many locations are there around the state?
20.
Okay, 20 locations.
I thought there were 22. I've been saying 22 all year.
Yes, there's 20 now.
Okay.
2 of them closed earlier in the year.
Gotcha. Okay, there's 20 locations around the state. There's a headquarters. There's the OG. I know what the OG is, and there's one downtown. It's another big one. Where is the best Buddies pizza? Where can you get the best slice of pie? Where is the best Detroiter? Where's the best breadsticks? Where is it the absolute best? Or am I about to get the company answer?
Well, I'm a little biased because I started my career at Buddies at Warren, the Warren location. So I favor Warren, you know, a lot of great memories there.
Shout out Warren.
Grew up going to Warren, ended up working there. And it was like the highlight of my family.
So
what
did you do there?
That's a real answer.
I started as a hostess at 18, fresh out of high school.
Okay.
And then I worked in carryout. I food ran, became a server. During that time, I was at Wayne State, finished my marketing degree, and they had an internship available at the corporate office, and that's where I've been the last 4 years. So,
wow,
that's why
5 years. Sorry, 5 years.
That's a really good story that she started that long ago, and she's been with the company, just moving her way up.
Yeah, 14 years. Just celebrated 14 years in November. So,
what makes Buddies special?
You know, to me, it's generational. I grew up going there. It's families. I waited on tons of families that were, 3-4 generations at the same table. And just to hear their stories and memories that they have to share, it just, really hits home for me. And I like seeing people smile and share their experience at Buddies.
Here's a funny Buddies experience. So my favorite one is the one on Northwestern.
Yeah.
The one on Northwestern, because that's the one I used to go to as a kid. We had a lot of events there. My dad always had some function that was at that one. So I remember the glasses back in the day and the whole 9 yards. So that kind of is nostalgic. So this is me at about 5 to 6 years old, trying to do what my dad wants. I'm trying to eat more vegetables. So my dad asked me, we go to Buddy, said, what type of pizza you want? I was like, give me broccoli and all the things. So my dad
Stunner.
But I don't understand why he listened to me. He got me a broccoli pizza and legitimately made me eat this pizza. It was the nastiest pizza I had ever had in my life as a kid. And legitimately, I didn't go back to Buddies for like a year. I was like, no, I'll never go back. Went with my mom and got the Detroiter. And I was like, yeah, that's more like it. Buddies.
Buddy. It's
The
right
Detroiter
there.
is a fan favorite. That's why I brought it.
Easy peasy, man.
My favorite too.
Here's the thing I love most about Buddies, and I say this in all honesty. When people come from out of town and they don't know what a Detroit-style pizza is, Buddies is the definition. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's
originator.
That's the original, right? That's the equivalent. How much satisfaction do you think the company makes and gets out of that fact that people come here and when they want to have a Detroit-style pizza, this is where they go?
A lot. Even at Warren, when I was training new hires, I would tell them, we're not a pizza place, we are the pizza place of Michigan.
Like
People come from all over, statewide, nationwide, sometimes internationally, just to, try our pizza. And seeing that first experience, and few and far between, there were several people who lived and grew up in Detroit and still had no idea who Buddies was. So when they would come for the first time, I'd be like, what do you mean you've never been here? And I always recommended the Detroiter because I feel you get all the elements of a true Buddy's Pizza in one.
Talk about the merge with Buddy's Pizza and sports, because I feel like my whole life, like Buddy's and sports have kind of coexisted events surrounding sports. Buddy's being the catering option for sporting events, kind of celebrating after games are won or games are over. You go to Buddy, watch the game at some of the Buddy's and sports, have always coincided, especially here in Detroit. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we feed fans of sports, in Detroit. Detroit, is our home, and we want to be home to anyone that's in Detroit. We love when people come in, especially sporting teams of, local organizations or teams. But, feeding those fans, it's a lot, and we feel pizza's, a great unifier. Whether you win or lose, you can all celebrate over a nice slice of pizza.
You know what? That is very true.
Yeah. Katie, what's in that glass behind us right there? What do you think that is?
That looks like our Buddy Brew, which is very good. Brewed by
tell me
Griffin
about
Claw.
the Buddy Brew, since I'm a beer guy for sure.
Yeah, it's
and
brewed
when
by
I take
Griffin
one of
Claw.
these home, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. And I pour a beer in there.
Yeah.
What's the Buddy Brew made of?
It's a grapefruit wheat ale brewed by Griffin Claw. It's really good. You should give it a try.
I do like Griffin Claw beer. I
Yeah.
will say
Right
that.
around the corner.
Actually, see,
yeah,
Brandon
another
and I have
local
talked
brand.
about
It's
that.
great to partner with them.
Yeah.
They've been brewing it for, I think, about 10, maybe over 10 years now. We also have a bocce IPA that they brew for us, too.
Okay.
Grapefruit IPA. So.
Are you a beer gal?
I am, yes.
Do you like Mr. Blue Sky from Griffin Claw?
I do. And
It's
if you like
really
Mr.
good.
Blue Sky, you'll like our Buddy Brew.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sold. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Mr. Blue
I don't know if you brought any in the bag there, but
I did not,
I would
no.
pop one in right now if you did. So explain what you got right here for us, because we talked about the Detroiter. Tell us, the people in the chat have already said, man, does that Buddy's layout look really good?
Yeah.
Tell us what we got.
All right, so we got our Greek Town pizza here. You mentioned it looks so good you don't want to eat it. It's one of my favorites
what's
as well.
in it?
It's like your Greek salad on a pizza. It's got spinach, dill, tomato, feta, and red onion, and then it's served with our garlic parmesan dressing.
Fantastic.
You dip it in there.
I
It's
like
really
that
good.
it's called Greek Town Pizza because Greek Town is uniquely specific to Detroit, as opposed to
That's
just
true.
a Greek pizza.
Yes,
Great point.
exactly.
Town pizza
Good
like
job.
that.
Although your mom
Yeah.
tells you not to talk with your mouth full. What else we got?
We got our Super 6 Mile, which it's a staple.
butt.
It's the super pizza. I think people love that. We have an antipasto salad, which I feel is
That's the
almost
one.
as famous as our pizza. I brought a catering tray of mastacholi, just so you guys could see. You could serve this at your catering
Goodness
holiday
gracious.
event.
If I could make myself smaller and dive into it, I would.
Yeah. And then there's our Buddy Bread, which, breadsticks,
Yeah.
they were
pretty good.
my favorite growing up.
Yeah.
I cared about the Buddy Bread more than the pizza as a child, so.
I used to love mozzarella, man. My high school football coach, rest in peace, Coach Sahady, when I was at Gallagher, he legitimately would send me out to go get mozzarella. I'm like, Coach, I'm in history. Doesn't care. Just go. I'll write you an excuse. So I used to go pick up mozzarella for him like almost daily. Now that I look back, I'm like, should have skipped a couple days.
Well, Katie, it's great to have you. It's great to have you guys as partners, too.
Yeah.
100%.
We don't look at people as advertisers here. We look at people as partners. It's an awesome partnership. We wish you the best of holidays, and we'll keep eating Buddies because it is the best. There's
Great.
no doubt about it. So thank you for bringing all this in.
Real
Absolutely.
quick, last question. I know you went to the Lions game on Thanksgiving. They lost to the
did.
Green Bay Packers, so it was a bad loss. We understand that. We're trying to put that one behind us. Where are you with the belief that the Lions are still in it, can still make the playoffs, still go to the Super Bowl? Where's your belief level at for the Detroit
I'm
Lions?
all in. I think we can still do it.
That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
True fan.
fired up.
It was no hesitation.
Nope,
As
no
soon as I
hesitation.
started
No
asking the question, she had already answered it in her mind.
I
She's like, I'm just
feel-
waiting for him to shut up.
I feel the Lions play the best when the odds are against them. So you know what? I'm saying it right here. I still think the Super Bowl is possible.
From your mouth to guys' ears.
Well, the odds are against them. That's for
Yeah.
damn sure.
Yes.
But we hope you're right.
Me too.
Okay, because you've been right about everything else. Like everything you brought in,
Yeah.
right on.
Fire.
The beer behind you, right on. all the opportunities for
got his
people to take
priorities
advantage
set.
of Buddies, right on. Right, with the great gifts and the great Christmas ideas. Let's hope you're right about the Lions too.
Yes.
Thanks, Katie.
Appreciate
Thanks.
you.
Tell everybody at Buddy's headquarters we said hello.
I
What a
will.
great story
Thanks
that
for
is.
having me.
All right, speaking of the Lions, that's a great transition.
was.
Katie just teed it up, and we're hitting it out of the ballpark right here. When we come back, how much of a must-win is this? And how much do the Lions have their work cut out for them? Numbers will tell you the story. That's when we come back on the Braylon Edwards Show right after this.
You know how some things are so good they should be world
Great job.
famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them, and that's not very nice.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions! Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts, Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can...
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. With over 50 metropolitan Detroit locations, it's the gym for you, it's the gym for all. Remember, we're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. Home of the judgment-free zone, super clean, squeaky clean locker rooms, and then trainers on staff for all that you need. Planet Fitness is everywhere. All you got to do is pull up.
Come on, you finished earlier than you usually do. You caught me right in the middle of a bite of salad from Buddy's Pizza. Clear your schedule, folks. Thursday night football tomorrow night. Woodward Sports is taking over downtown. Stop by Second Best Bar before the game at 5 o'clock for the live pregame show and some of the best food at any bar in downtown Detroit. Then we invite you to head over to Gillies at kickoff for the live watch party and the postgame show. You're going to have great vibes, cold drinks, cold Sun Cruiser, iced tea, vodkas, hot takes, and Detroit football. It's all night long, and it's brought to you by our friends at Sun Cruiser for us here at Woodward Sports.
Man, I'm gonna have to watch the game on replay. My mom's birthday is tomorrow.
Hey, that's awesome.
And we're doing birthday dinner at
happy birthday.
We're doing birthday dinner right around the corner at Big Rock, like right at 8 o'clock.
That's awesome. Still,
no, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But like, I'm literally gonna pause the game at the house, and I'm not gonna watch it at the restaurant. I'm not gonna do the song and dance. I'm not gonna be checking the Woodward Sports chat because I know it's gonna be going crazy.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna wait, get home, and watch it in silence from start to finish.
Terry Foster had a very interesting question.
Nobody texts me nothing
in our group chat earlier today, and he's like, "Who's the biggest Lions fan?" I almost wanted to respond and say, "We're all Lions fans. It's just some of us are a little bit more logical about our fandom." Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Some of us don't let it ruin our weekend like it used to.
Right.
I used to be there. When they were getting their ass kicked on a regular basis, I'd be like, you know what? Fine, I'll just go out and rake leaves. Fine, I will go to the cider mill. Fine, I'll just go shovel the driveway. Right?
Cider mill's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Cider mill's a really good one.
Because you literally forget about everything once you get there.
Exactly. Well, you start thinking about the donuts, right? The donuts, which we talked about yesterday.
Walking tacos. Ooh, sneaky stuff. Yeah. Man. Come on, can we roll it back just a month and a half?
Not a bad idea. We should go there. That would be a really cool road trip.
Hey, right? We do all the things.
Broadcast live from there.
I'm down.
So speaking of the Lions, if they win tomorrow, their playoff percentage is at 55%, which doesn't make us all feel really warm inside like a Buddy's Pizza or anything. But it does make us give hope, right? They're going to have their work cut out for them. We've got some numbers here associated with the Lions and the Cowboys coming in. We know that the Cowboys have the number 1 passing offense in the National Football League. They also allow the second fewest pressures of any team in the National Football League. So, here you go. The points per game, by the way, that from 29-2 for Detroit is way down over the last 3 weeks. It's down to 21.7. Okay? That's important to note.
Yeah.
So you expect, by looking at all these, I don't have to go over them for you. Folks can see where Detroit is ranked 3rd in points, Dallas 2, total offense 3-1, rushing offense 4-13, passing offense 3rd down efficiency. Dallas has been really good as of late in that regard. Okay? Giveaways is always important. It's a big reason why Chicago is so good. Which is going to have the harder time? Detroit's offense against Dallas's defense, which I know sounds funny, but you said it 3 weeks ago. When they got Quinnen Williams, you're like, you know what? I'm a little worried about the defensive line. Or do you think it's Detroit's defense against that high-powered Dallas O?
That's tough. Also, too, the stats are funny. Like, stats are very interesting. Like, you have to really know how to read them because you'll look at the Dallas Cowboys and see them ranked 1st in total offense and look at the Lions and say, well, they're ranked 3rd. It can't be that bad. And then you have to realize that the bulk of the Lions' offensive stats, yards, touchdowns, and all that, they came against 4 teams.
Right.
Like, that's how stats are very misleading, if you will. The Cincinnati game, the Browns game, the Giants game.
Bengals.
The Bears. The Bears' first game.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to business.
It's not easy, man.
It's not, and I think I'm gonna have to. The offense versus that defense.
Can I just give you a couple other numbers real quick while you're marinating on it?
Okay.
The defense in the last 3 games for Dallas.
Yeah.
Number 2 in rushing, and number 9 in 3rd down efficiency. They have been really tough during this 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, they have.
Okay. I know Dak Prescott and company get all the love. George Pickens, you've talked about.
Yeah.
You talked about CeeDee Lamb. The offensive line keeps him clean. But that defense over the last 3 games is just as much a reason for them winning as the offense is.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Dallas Cowboys offense versus the Lions defense.
Okay.
That's the one that I think that's the worst matchup for the Lions. I think on the defensive side of the ball, Lions haven't played well. Excuse me. On the offensive side of the ball, the Lions hasn't necessarily played the best. However, when you look at Dallas, like Dallas gave up 44 points to the Broncos, 27 points to the Cardinals, and it wasn't Cardinals in August. This was the Cardinals 3 weeks ago. They gave up 27. They lost that game. The Raiders found 16 points on the Cowboys. The Eagles, and we know their offense is abysmal right now, they scored 21 points. And then obviously the Chiefs, they scored 28. We don't have Patrick Mahomes, but that offense hasn't been cooking with Reese. They scored 28. So there you can move on that defense. Our defense, though, like that secondary, our secondary struggled with multiple wide receiver groups, multiple cores that are nowhere near the level of a CeeDee Lamb and a George Pickens. Like Dak Prescott and what that offense has, and now they have two running backs that they can switch the tempo up, switch the pace up. They can change up the rhythm. They can change up the flow. Ferguson is the league leader in touchdowns at the tight end position. What on the defense lets us know that we can stop an offense like that in terms of what we've seen play out? Like, remember, this is a defense that struggled with the Giants. They struggle with the Vikings. They struggle with a couple offensive that they've seen recently. That secondary, who in the secondary do you believe in matching up against CD or George Pickens currently? Who do you believe in currently to match up with Jake Ferguson? Who do you?
Yeah, I don't, quite honestly.
And then their big thing is passing the ball. Where have we seen consistent pressure or even hurries at this point? When have you seen pressures or hurries or getting home to the quarterback to where you think you can knock them off their
rhythm,
their skill, their square? Excuse me.
Yeah. All right. Well, this might be a reach.
Yeah.
But if you ask the question, so I'm going to try and answer it. If I believe in anybody, I believe in, if it's a matchup, Branch on Ferguson. I would believe in that more than anybody else.
Branch has struggled the last.
I know he has.
He's been struggling.
I know. You're asking. I'm really grasping at straws here.
Right.
I'm not gonna. I don't think it's DJ Reed against George Pickens. I don't think it's Amik Robertson against CeeDee Lamb. You're asking me for an answer. It's pretty tough to do that, especially knowing that Dallas keeps Dak Prescott clean as well as any offensive line does for their quarterback. So if fork to nose, I've got to pick branch on Ferguson, even though he too has struggled.
And Pickens is officially off the injury report, according to Tom Pelissero just now.
Yeah, he was going to play regardless.
Yeah, we knew that.
Theo Johnson is not as good as a tight end as Jake Ferguson, and Theo Johnson gave Brian Branch issues.
I know.
Like, to your point, like I'm not saying that it's not impossible. I'm just saying you asked me what side. I think it's the Cowboys offense versus the Lions defense. That's the one I'm most nervous about, because what happens in that one, if the Cowboys, and it's always going to be an if the Cowboys come out looking like they've looked in the past 4 games on offense, that means they score quick. That means they score early. That means they start off 21, 24 points at the half. Like, that's going to be a tough and a tall order for this Lions offense to keep pace.
Is this the best wide receiver duo they will face this year?
Obviously, the other one would be out in Los Angeles.
Right, which is next week. Cincinnati's had a good one too, but they had no one who to deliver the football to them.
I would say yes, and the reason why is CD and George Pickens can do everything from basically 20 to red zone. They both can. They both can stretch the field. They both can over the middle of the field. They both can catch the slant and take it further. They both can get in the red zone and get featured and score in the red zone. When you play against the Rams, Devontae Adams is going to be your wide receiver 25 and in. Puka Nacua is going to be your wide receiver 20 to 20. And that's what you know, and that's what you expect. 20 to 20, they're going to Puka Nacua. Once they get inside that 30, that 25, the fringe area, that's Devontae Adams. That's where he shines. That's why he leads the league. When you go against the Cowboys, both those guys can go 20 to the end zone. Like, that's how they operate with them. Look at last game. CeeDee Lamb, 118 yards, touchdown. That was his makeup game for the past game. The game before that, George Pickens, 130 yards or 140 yards, a touchdown. So I would say it'd be this team.
Here's a tougher question. And by the way, Detroit, I mean, there's been some really good wide receiver combos against the Lions this year. I mean, I still think, not that they're better, but Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison is a really good wide receiver combo. We mentioned Cincinnati, really good wide receiver combo. Chicago's got a good receiver combo. It's not as good. I'm just saying there's some really talented.
I'm just looking at, but it's when you would have faced these individuals. Yeah. So, like, when you played against the Philadelphia Eagles, who have 2 really good wide receivers.
Smith and Brown,
You played in a win game where they weren't throwing the ball, so you didn't have to deal with it. When you played against Chase and T. Higgins, man, you Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
And Joe Flacco.
No, actually, it was Jake Browning.
It was Jake Browning, right, University of Washington. Like, that's the quarterback you saw in that space. So when you see CD and George Pickens, you're going to see a full, healthy offensive line. You're going to see 2 running backs, and you're going to see a quarterback that, if we're being honest, if something special happens for the Cowboys down the stretch, you might have a guy in the MVP race.
So, dude, I was just going to bring this up, and I don't want to upset you, because I know you're not a huge fan, but you do appreciate what he's done in the regular
100%.
season in his career. Is this the best quarterback they face all year? They've already faced Patrick Mahomes. They've already faced your favorite guy. They're about to face a guy who might be in the running for the MVP. Is he the best quarterback they will face this year in Dak Prescott?
Yeah, he is. You look at the stats. His stats are pretty much secondary right now to only Matt Stafford, the majority of the stats. And obviously, I think Drake May leads the league in passing. Dak's second. Touchdowns, Dak's second. Dak's third. He's right there. Yards per game, I want to say Dak is actually first in that regard. Like, and also, everybody's healthy. That's what's working so well for the Cowboys. The offense is healthy. Their second running back, having him back, and how he changes up the flow of the game. So you're catching this offense at the best time for them in the season. Everyone's healthy, and everybody's activated with grease. So I would say, yes, Dak will be the best quarterback.
So you are 100% right. He is number 1 in yards per game. Take out Jameis Winston, all right? It's not fair. He's number 1 in yards per game, second in yards overall. Yeah. Okay, but yards per game, Dak Prescott's number 1. Yards overall, it's Drake May, then him. Yeah. Touchdowns, it's Matthew Stafford, then Dak Prescott. Okay, completion percentage, I don't know how important that is to you. Sometimes that's very misleading, because you have guys who've dropped some balls, like CeeDee Lamb earlier this year was dropping some passes. Yeah, it was a bit of
and even when he came back, too, he had a bad game. That's when George Pickens went off maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. But the other side of that, too, is where you have to give Dak credit. I'm not in the habit of giving Dallas, Dak, and damn sure not Brian Schottenheimer credit. But look, you're going to come up here, you're going to talk about people when they do bad, you better have the ability to say good things too. Dak did a lot of that without CeeDee Lamb. Yeah. So when we talk about CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, everybody, oh, well, he had CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. He's got Ferguson. Of course. No. CeeDee Lamb is 6 weeks, and he still accrued those stats. He still was balling like that. One thing he's done his whole career, turn the ball over. Dak hasn't turned the ball over this year. And this is with no CD for 6 weeks. So you really have to tip your cap to what Dak is doing. Coming into the season, you saw the arm sleeve. You saw he got tatted up. You saw he lost weight. He wanted to flex and show his guns. And I made jokes of all that in the beginning because I'm not a Dak fan. But now when you look at it, whatever he did in the offseason, he took this season serious. Like Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons and all that may have been one thing, but Dak separated himself from that. And he focused. He's a much better player. It's still the regular season, but he's a much better player than he has been. It looks different.
Well, it also helps that they keep him clean. I'm not taking anything away from Dak Prescott. By the way, he's 5th in completion percentage. But I'm not taking anything away from him. It's not like I've slid over to the Braylon side and said I don't believe in the guy. I think you're right. He's always had good regular seasons, but the postseason have been a challenge for him, and he'll have to slay that dragon if they indeed do make the playoffs. But it does help when you're protected.
Yeah, but that's no different than Jared Goff.
I agree.
Like Dak Prescott, he's a 4th-round quarterback. Let's go back to that. Dak is a 4th-rounder. If you're that great, if you're that good, then you're not getting past the 1st, 2nd rounder if you're a quarterback. He got to 4. But people don't talk about this. When he was drafted, he had a Hall of Fame offensive line.
Yeah.
Tyron Smith is going in the Hall of Fame first ballot. Zach Martin might be the best guard in the last 25 years. He's going in the Hall of Fame. Ezekiel Elliott rushed for 1,600 yards. Amari Cooper on one side, Des Bryant on the other side.
Good point.
Man, you have all this. This is what you inherit.
Travis Fredrickson was the center.
100%.
Good player.
I forgot about Fredrickson. 100%.
Really good
so
player.
when you inherit this, like when you get offensive line, he's basically having a similar situation now. Like the offensive line started getting weak. The running game was terrible. Ezekiel Elliott got old. They tried to force. I can't think of the guy. They got rid of Pollard.
Yeah.
Tried to force him. It just wasn't working. Now your offensive line, a couple first-rounders, second-rounders over the last 3 years. You got 2 stud wide receivers, alpha, and you got 2 running backs. So it looks like his rookie year, his first 2-3 years in the league. Like you put somebody behind that, put Jared Goff behind that. It's the same conversation we had about Jared last year and the year before. You give him an offensive line, you give him a running game, you give him a coordinator who knows what he's doing. Because Schottenheimer's drawing up some stuff down there with the Cowboys, and give him 2 wideouts. Yeah. And you can have a lot of success.
What have you noticed about their offense that you appreciate? I always think of you when I see teams throw for a lot of yards, and I try to get in your mind thinking, you know what? I'd love to play in that offense. What is it about their offense that would excite you as a wide receiver or an offensive player in general?
They don't force it. Like, it's not an offense where they're just like, look, all right, cool. We have to get George Pickens 100 yards right now. We have to get CD his 7-8 catches to make him happy. Hey, Fergs, we didn't forget about you. We're going to make sure we feature you on 9-10 plays. Like, when you try to operate that way, it's chaos. And you never are able to achieve what you want to achieve. And
but
now,
teams do operate that way, you're saying.
And they typically fall off. And they typically falter. With this offense, when you watch it, they're taking what's given. Even though it's big plays, it's chunk plays, it's a lot of yards. Dak Prescott, Brian Schottenheimer, they're taking what's there. They're taking what's available. Hey, Ferguson, you know what? They like to play a lot of zone. Like, I think they're going to feature you. It's a zone situation. They get them open in the spots over the middle of the field. Hey, CD, this is a team, man. They're going to press you at the line of scrimmage, and we don't think they can run with you. And what did they do last week? Boom, boom. So I think they do a very good job of seeing what the defense is and really operating within it. Just because they have these stars and all this star power, they don't just feed them. They feed him when the time is right.
Is Schottenheimer, is that his offense? I mean, you know it. Okay.
Yeah, because
right.
he loves the run game. Like, Schotty's old school. His father is Marty Schottenheimer. Like, he comes from being able to run the ball, and from the run, now you can establish the pass. Tight end heavy as well.
Okay.
Like, that was Marty.
So do you agree with that philosophy? And if so, why? And if not, why not?
When you have this team, like, I agree with it.
It's about personnel?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, Schottenheimer, like, you give him this, not too many people are going to fail with this offense. Like, fail, but he's taking it, not just failing. Not just succeeding, but succeeding at a high rate. It looks effortless almost.
What of their offense would you try and incorporate for Detroit's offense? Because let's face it, I mean, Detroit can't do what they do with multiple tight ends.
No, they can't do that right now.
They can't do that right now.
They get themselves in second and 4.
Yeah.
Like, they get themselves to 2nd and 4, 2nd and manageable, 2nd and mid, so that on like, the key to the game and what the Lions have done in the past, not so much this year. Sorry, I'm talking stupid fast. What they haven't done this year is get themselves in a situation so on 2nd down you have a lot of options. Like the Lions have put themselves, it's 2nd and 10, it's 2nd and 9, it's 2nd and 15. Like you don't have a ton of plays for these down and distances. Like when you get to 2nd and 4, when you get to 2nd and 3, man, you can open up the playbook and have some fun. Do you want to take a shot? Because it's 2nd and 3, which turns to 3rd and 3 if you don't get it. Do you just want to, here's a quick run, see if we get the first down? There's a lot of options that you have when it's 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. Man, when it's 3rd and 2nd and 10, long down and distance, that's tough. Now you're playing with more pressure. Now things have to be right. Now on 2nd and 10, you know what they can do? They can pin their ears back.
Yeah.
They can pin their ears back, and, so.
Detroit's at just under 37% on third down conversions.
Yeah.
Dallas, in the meantime, ranks 5th, 44% on third down conversions. It will be
Lions
one of
last year, 46.
46.
Lions the year
Think
before
about
that, 45.
And Lions embarrassed them last year.
Yeah.
I
And
wonder
you know
if
it's coming
that's
down that pipe, man.
on their mind.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you that.
100%
Yes.
on their mind, yeah.
Yeah, like 1,000%. I was laughing. Shep was like, well, they don't pay attention to that. No, Shep, we do.
Yeah.
We do. Because when I was the infamous game.
Talk about it.
When the Jets, not the Jets, I played for the Jets. When the Patriots buried us, 49-3, and we got an opportunity to play them in the playoffs, there was not a conversation where it was like, hey, look, man, that game was that game, and this is the new game, and we're going to go out there and the personnel. Nah, it was not coach speak. It was like, you know what they did to us, and they meant it, and they did it. And you said, and they kept going, and they didn't take the foot off the brake. They didn't take the foot off the pedal. That's Rex, the coach, got to sell it a little bit.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said, man, they broke your spine, they broke your soul. Like that's what they did, and they laughed
bang
at you
the
at
Batman.
home.
So a lot of that depends on, I'm reading into this now, a lot of that depends on if you're embarrassing the other team. It's not just beating the other team. Otherwise, it doesn't work for Detroit against Green Bay. Green Bay beat them in the first game. Oh my gosh, Detroit's got revenge on Thanksgiving. No, if it's an embarrassing moment, like Detroit ran them out of the building a year ago,
Chris Christie
then
called
it
them
might be a
classless.
little bit different. Yeah.
Also-
Well,
Also, too,
consider the source.
Also, too, Dallas and Detroit will always be connected at the hip. Like, it doesn't take much to start a fire talking about Detroit and Dallas because it goes back to 92. It goes back to 93. It goes back to all of those things. So that rivalry, whether it hasn't been a rivalry forever, was always still a rivalry in Detroit. Man, they hated Dallas. And we hated Emmitt Smith. We hated that offensive line the whole night. Now you move into 2 years ago, the reporting situation. It didn't work out for us. And then last year, Detroit, we buried the Dallas Cowboys in the Big D, as they are lying to themselves about that. We buried them there. So get out of here with that. I got into a fight with Michael Crabtree over that.
Over what?
Yeah, he won't call Dallas the Big D anymore because Dallas calls himself the D, but they say the Big D.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Detroit is the D.
Yeah.
The only D.
Yeah.
So like we got into a whole little situation.
How did that go?
He's a little ass wide out, man. Stop with that. But to that point, I think that there is going to be something coming out of the Cowboys and what last year was. Because then also, what were the rumblings? The Lions have replaced the Dallas Cowboys.
For sure.
Like now the Lions are back. The Dallas is at the bottom. They heard all those rumblings, and now they're in a situation where they can further push the Lions out of playoff contention while also bumping themselves up to. Who knows with the Dallas Cowboys? They may mess around and win that division.
Well, I remember, they need some help from Philly. But
they got to
Philly-
win all the games, though.
Yeah.
All 5.
Look, I remember in the 90s doing radio and Lions pre- and post-game, and there were conversations, open conversations about these are the next 2 regal teams in the NFL. The Cowboys, led by Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Nate Newton and those guys, and the Lions. And it was just going to be one big battle. It almost felt like the Pistons in the 80s with the Bulls and Celtics.
Yeah.
It really did. That's how
That's fair.
people were pitting it. And one team ascended. They had hit rock bottom, if you recall. Troy Aikman, his first year, it was horse crap.
They won one game.
Okay? Won one game. Jimmy Johnson stuff.
And then we buried them in the playoffs the next year.
And they rose from the ashes to win 3 Super Bowls while the Lions went the other way. It was a fun ride at Cedar Point is what it was, all the way down.
And that's what Jerry Jones, and he's a part of it too. And Jerry Jones is floating
He'll
around
tell
the
you
locker
that,
room.
yeah.
He'll get anybody listening, he'll make you listen and tell you.
Yeah.
But I think that's also a part of it, Shep, is they're embarrassed that they submerged behind the Detroit Lions. Now, we look at it as, we got the right GM, we got the right owner, we drafted well, we did our thing, we did the right way.
Mm-hmm.
They look at it as like an embarrassment. The Detroit Lions have taken over our spot. That's how Jerry's spinning it. We're the this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 and this, that, and you're going to go out there and get your spot back. So they'll be coming here with a lot of
his birthday last year.
What's that?
It was his birthday, too, last year.
I forgot
Sheila
about
was
that.
in the building and everything.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, well, I hope he's in the building again, and I hope Detroit does it to them again. We're going to try and prepare you for a win and or a loss. We're going to do the very best we can with that when we come back here on the Braylon Edwards Show on a Wednesday afternoon, brought to you in part by Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning and Smoothie King.
I got like a ton of reads, man. I need more money in my pocket. Hey, everyone, it's Braylon Edwards, and I want to invite you to be a part of something special. You know what time it is. Hey, I'm always do that. It's Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week, man. It's one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life because it highlights young high school athletes, man, that are impacting the community. And also, they have that leadership, they bring that hustle, and they care about their community, they care about their sport. So you can do the same. Nominate right here, scan that QR code, and nominate somebody that you believe exhibits these traits, and we can make them the Smoothie King High School Athlete of the Week. Also, pull up on Smoothie King and make sure you use the promo code Braylon2025. I'll change it next year, but right now it's Braylon2025, and that'll get you 20% off the Smoothie King that now has the best real ingredients in the game. Come on, man. Smoothie King, they're here for you.
How cold has it been for you? I know you want to stay warm, absolutely. Okay, if you got a car like Brendan, you don't have heater. All right, there's nothing in the car that's going to keep you heated. So you want to get home and you want to make sure your furnace is working. Please be working, right? Sharon's Heating and Air Conditioning can help make sure that it is working. They've been proudly serving Detroit for well over 40 years with reliable service and treating you and your neighbors like you're a member of the family. DTE Gas customers right now get a free furnace tune-up through the end of 2025. And if you go to their website, SharonsHeating.com, it is there where you can find online filter purchasing directly from the website, free instant estimates for equipment replacement. Call them today, 734-238-3805. That's 734-238-3805, and tell them the Braylon Edwards Show.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep. Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Sports fans, don't miss expert sports injury insights from Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. You know he's my guy. He's our guy. He's been doing this for a very long time. Ask D-Mac about who was helping out when they were winning those Stanley Cups in the 90s and 2000s. That's right. Dr. Jeff Pierce, among other folks as well. But Michigan Sports and Spine is where you can find him, or you can call him at 248-426-9944. He's trying to help you stay at your best, perform at your best levels. So you might want to take him up on that. Hit him up sometime.
And why not make watching sports a little more fun? If I told you you could place any bet up to $1,000 and if you lose, you get that bet back, would you think I'm crazy? Scan this QR code, enter the code Woodward1000, and if your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get your deposit bet back up to $1,000. That's right, up to $1,000 back just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet just $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000 or scan the QR code on the screen.
And we back.
What up, though?
Well, there's some breaking news. For what this is worth, we'll dive into the football, don't get me wrong.
If I had Johnny Morton again?
Not again.
Oh, okay.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to talk with the Milwaukee Bucks about his future.
Oh, man.
And there are teams right now. I mean, Milwaukee's going to host the Pistons tonight. Milwaukee's 9-up and 13 down. They're 6-6 at home. They've lost 8 of 10. Obviously, Antetokounmpo is not happy with the direction of where Milwaukee is headed. So, according to sources, specifically ESPN, the writing is on the wall. It'll be an inevitable outcome there unless there is a dramatic turn of events. That's a quote from ESPN's basketball writing division. All right? Here's my question. You know what it is. Should the Pistons be involved in that? I doubt Milwaukee would trade him to a team in the division. Although
does basketball matter like that?
I don't know. But the rumors are that he's going to the Knicks, which is in the Eastern Conference. So, do you think they should be involved in that?
I wanted Kool-Aid to answer first, but I will.
I was gonna say at least knock on the door. Like you want them to at least knock on the door.
I would say absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question about it. He's arguably, I don't think he is, but he's arguably the best player in the world.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's exactly what you need. Am I wrong? He's a stretch 4?
Yeah, I don't even care what it would be. It's like if you have Cade and a Giannis and you can keep Durant.
You can figure it out.
You can figure it out, man. For me, if you can get a Giannis, yeah, and that's where I was saying, like, I hope Trajan's not going to, no matter what the likelihood is, this is one when you're hoping Trajan's saying, hey, we're serious about our window, especially with where some of these sports fans. I know that window word, but we saw each of these trade deadlines where our teams had opportunities to maximize at least on the expectations that they were showing. And I know that a lot of people are going to want to see the Detroit Pistons go out there if there's something like this out there and at least knock on the door.
100%. 100%. But Trajan Langdon can't be the general manager. He can't manage the Pistons because the Lions failed to do something and the Tigers failed to do something. It's not how you manage a team. You just don't do it that way.
Yeah, and I think realistically, when you have examples around you, I think you can draw from them. You can draw from them on the good things, and you can draw from them on the bad things. I think if I'm Trajan Lanning and I'm watching the Detroit Lions, I'm watching a team that has sat on their hands a couple of times and missed out potentially on some players that could help them in moments, whether it's like this year or last year. If you get an opportunity to get a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, you got to go for it 100% because you mix Cade with Giannis. And the other thing about Giannis that I love, and we talked about this a little bit when the season first started, Giannis is going to play in every game. He is trying to go out and give you 35, 15, and 8.
Right.
Every time he puts his jersey on, he is not wasting your time.
Exactly.
He is not wasting the franchise's time. He wants to W-I-N. You know who wants to W-I-N just like that? Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
You put two alphas like that together that want to win no matter the cost, petty stuff aside, don't care about all the other. Giannis, like, even though he's in the public spotlight per se, he has to be. He's the Greek freak. He's the best player. He's one of the best players for the last 8-9 years in this league. He's in the spotlight. He's scoring the whole 9 yards. Giannis is about basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball and corny jokes.
He's only 30 years old.
It's kind of funny, though.
He actually does a really good job as a spokesperson.
He does, but he cares about basketball.
Absolutely. He's
That's
only 30
why I
years
love
old.
that.
He shoots more twos than anybody else in the league. He makes more twos than anybody else in the league and makes more field goals than anybody else in the league while shooting 64% and averaging, as you said, almost 31 points per game.
Also, Giannis has never had, and this is, I don't know, but I'm just watching, just a novice, a spectator. I don't think Giannis has ever had like a coach that he's ever connected with. I don't think Giannis has ever had they won a championship nonetheless, but there never was a connectivity there. I think it looks different when you add a coach that you can connect to and an identity and a culture that you connect to and vibe with. Like, that would help too.
Yeah, I don't know what his relationship was with his coaches.
I've never seen Giannis anywhere with any of his coaches. I've never seen pictures, never seen anything. I've never seen conversations. I've never seen laughs and joke when the media are doing things. Never, ever do I see him in Budenholzer or him and Doc Rivers or him and these other
Terry
coaches.
Stotts, yeah. Well,
Never.
What makes us think he's going to connect with J.B. Bickerstaff?
I know J.B. Bickerstaff. I connected with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Okay.
Like, I like J.B. Bickerstaff. Like, the
Well,
players
so do I.
the players that play for him like J.B. Bickerstaff. Like, that identity, that's not Cade Cunningham.
Okay, I just don't think you win a championship if you hate your coach, for the most part.
But I'm.
That's all.
No, that's bullshit. Like, you know,
Okay.
what I mean, legitimately get around it. Like, get around it because they're professional and they know how to act in that moment. Like, so that's BS. You don't have to love your coach or like your coach. How many people didn't like Larry Brown, but they won a championship?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to like your coach.
That's true.
Okay,
well, if that's the case,
Right.
it doesn't matter if he connects with J.B. Bickerstaff, I
You
suppose.
just-
And to your point,
you
Magic Johnson didn't like Paul Westhead, and they won a championship. So that's a good point. Yeah.
You just asked me. I was just naming some of the things that could bring him here and be cool. I don't ever think he's connected to a coach, and I think this could be a connecting point for him.
What would you have to give up to get him?
Whatever it is, you can go for it. What does that look like? 3 ones and how many players?
Well, personally, draft picks for me, especially in the NBA, I think they're really important in the NFL. In the NBA, unless they're top 10 or so, top 15.
OKC is about to be at the top of that mountain for a very long time because of draft picks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Some of them higher than others, though,
True.
I might add. I'm just talking in general. Okay. So three firsts, especially if you're going to be finishing what you expect to be in
which is
the
nowhere
Eastern
near
Conference
the top
Finals,
5.
right? Which is nowhere near the top 5.
Yeah.
But they're going to want something from the current roster. So let's just say, sake of argument, I haven't done
like
the
who's
math
off
here.
limits?
Well, okay. Or who would you be willing to surrender plus the draft picks? So let's say it's 3 ones, Kool-Aid. Okay.
Tobias
Harris
is automatically gone.
Jaden Ivey.
Gone.
And You need one more, probably.
Everybody
It's
except
be
Doom.
Holland or or Sarr.
They would want Asar Thompson or Ron Holland.
You can have them both.
Or I don't think. Would you think they would want Isaiah Stewart?
Please take him.
No, I don't think they would.
Please take him.
So they would want.
Please take Maxill Jr.
That face. Man.
No.
Jason Maxill Jr.
That's 3 1s, Harris, Ivy, and at least one other player. And it would have to be, I would guess, if they're smart,
Right.
and they're not always smart. I'm not saying everybody's smart. It's got to be either Ron Holland or Asar Thompson.
Yep.
Right? Kool-Aid, do you agree with that?
And now you have Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now Trajan Langdon.
That's your big three.
Now Trajan Langdon, go use that finance degree and that big brain of yours from Duke and go make it happen.
I mean, the reason why I think you can make that happen is you see the depth they've done right now. Trajan Langdon has shown now in his short time here that he can go out there and find those intermediate pieces that can fit with this team and create the depth. That's what I like about Trajan. So if you had to gut this team just a little bit, at least we know he's been able to go out there and actually find some pieces that can operate and work around Cade Cunningham. And Cade, Duren, and Giannis, how many double teams is Cade? How many effective double teams is Cade seeing then? How much more space is Jalen Duren operating in then? And if Duncan Robinson's still here, you still got your sharpshooter.
Good point.
I think that is this.
Still
That
got
is
Karis
more of a
LeVert coming off
tailor-made
the bench.
situation for
Right.
a Trajan Langdon.
So if I'm Milwaukee, I'm asking for Asar Thompson. If I'm Detroit, I'm of the two. This is not. I don't mean to be offensive.
It's fair.
I'm offering Ron Holland. Here's my question: what makes us think that they can play together? The assumption is always, well, I mean, they're two superstars. They're gonna get together and they're gonna play
because
that's a lot of ball handling, right? A lot of guys with the basketball in their hands. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, but like once Giannis see how easy it is when he's playing with Cade, I think that's what happens. And also too, I think they play on both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
Usually when you have individuals that play both ends of the floor, like that's automatically a sign of respect for one another.
Right.
And you can start to figure it out. Going back to Trajan Langdon.
That's a really good point. Antetokounmpo, 5-time all defensive player.
And Cade, you see he wants to play on both ends of the floor. He wants, so I think that would help out in that conversation.
It's where he's grown really a lot. Yeah.
And the other cool thing about Trajan Langdon is, Shep, you know this. Like teams don't like necessarily dealing with certain GMs or certain people, certain entities. Like Trajan Langdon doesn't admit that. His energy is very calm, very even keel. He looks like a guy that can go in the room, not be the smartest person in the room, not suck the air out of the room. He's like somebody you can sit down with and get on the same page with. That goes a long way. Like how you are in terms of in those meetings. I've seen a lot of deals not get done because the GM was an a-hole or the owner wanted to show him something or the personality, the egos clash. Trajan's an even kill guy. That's going to work well in a lot of those meetings and those conversations.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. That would be an incredible dynamic, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, they're already. I don't know the odds. Okay, right now I don't even know if we need to look at the odds after 22 games, but I would guess they're at least a top 3 pick in the Eastern Conference right now because they can sustain what they're doing because of the players they have. Giannis Antetokounmpo might, if he was added to this team, he might take them to be the favorites for the NBA championship.
The feel is also different too. Like right now, we feel good about the Detroit Pistons. Like, but being honest, I'll be honest for myself. I won't speak for everybody, but being honest, I'm still like, are they gonna make it to the East? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah, and I see what I'm seeing at the beginning of last season. I mean, the end of last season. I'm seeing what I see right now and how they're starting the season. But I'm still like, I'm hoping that they go to the Eastern Conference Finals and then they have a shot to go to the finals. And when you add a player of Giannis' magnitude to the team, I'm no longer hoping that they get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm now expecting them to be in the finals. I'm not expecting them to be in the finals. So now it's all right, cool. Everything that we're seeing and we're commentating on or we're analyzing is to get from here to the finals. What needs to be done? What does this game mean? Et cetera, et cetera. Right now, I hope they get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think so. But I'm hoping. You get Giannis, now I know you're going to the finals.
Here's the other thing.
Or you're in the mix for the finals.
You keep him away from a team that has the same aspirations and legitimate aspirations, like a New York Knicks team.
What?
You know?
Like a lot, like that was that Rams move, man. Like, look, we want to get Odell Beckham because we don't want Green Bay to get him.
Yeah.
We don't want insert this team to get him, and that's what the Rams did. They went and got Von Miller and Odell Beckham and said, no. We don't want them to go to one of these teams, the Cowboys or the Green Bay or whoever was in the running. 4 years ago, and it actually ended up working for him. It helped out. So,
And,
yeah.
and remember what
Play
everybody,
keep away.
Remember what everybody said at the time. You're mortgaging everything right now.
Yeah.
You better make it pay off. Well, it paid off for them, one. And two, they turned around 2 years later. And look at where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we do have
Go
a
ahead.
super chat here.
Fire.
$10 super chat, actually.
Whoa.
From
All right.
IVR_8. Hey, shout out for supporting. He says, I disagree.
Oh.
You make that trade, you're trading identity for a star that will leave for warm weather or a big market. Never forget Juan Gonzalez, or if the Allen Iverson trade went in 2001, no 04 ring.
What about Allen Iverson?
I guess I think that there was some noise about an Allen Iverson potential trade.
In
Like Joe
2000.
Dumars said, that was one of the players that Joe Dumars
Right,
was
and-
infatuated with. And before we actually
Right.
traded for him, some years prior, before the 04 assembly, there was a rumor that he was trying to trade for him.
You know what? Like, look, I'm not gonna do that with Pistons fans like I did with Lions fans for the past 4 years. I won't do that, because what happens is you guys who aren't spending money, because it's not your money, you guys who aren't the GMs of the team, you always say, no, I don't want to mortgage the future. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to do this. And the guy up and runs. All right.
Yeah.
And the Detroit Lions have done that for the last 4 years. I don't want to mortgage the future for this player. I don't want to mortgage the future for that player. You don't have to, but just add some pieces. No, we want to save the money we have. Let's do smart moves. How's that working out for you?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, the name of the game is staying ahead. Like, it's staying ahead. Right now, the Detroit Pistons are ahead of the curve. They weren't supposed to do what they did last year. They did it, and now they're operating and they're using that momentum to catapult them into another space. Stay ahead with momentum.
Great point. What makes the people in the chat think that he's going to bolt for warmer weather? I don't understand that. He's got 2 more years left on his deal. He's making $54 million this year. Next year, he's making $58.5, and the following year, he'll make close to $63 million. So I'm confused at what makes you think he's going to jump and go to a warm weather. And why do we always think that? Cade Cunningham didn't. I mean, he signed a long-term deal.
We got drafted here though. That's different.
You think it's different? Well, if it's different, then Giannis Antetokounmpo should want to stay in Milwaukee.
But once again, he doesn't like his coach. He doesn't like the organization, and like their time has come. It's come and gone. Like, the thing with the Milwaukee Bucks hasn't looked the same since they won the title.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just doesn't look engaging with any parts. It looks desperate. The moves for, not Giannis, but Dame Lillard and how that kind of played out. You held on to Chris Middleton too long, and some of the players, some of the things you allowed freaking, what's his name? You allowed Drew from
Drew Holiday.
Yes, you allow Drew Holiday to get out of the door, and what does he do? He goes to another team, wins another championship. Right. They've been off the rails there for a while, and I think mentally compounding for him.
They brought in Miles Turner, which I thought was a really good addition. He's playing a lot of minutes. He's scoring 12 points. He's averaging 12.6 rebounds and 1 offensive rebound a game.
Because they weren't asking Miles to go out there and score like 20 and have 15 when he was with Indiana.
Yeah.
Like, his role was different there.
Again, like you have always said. I mean, you've got to know who your guy is that you're targeting and how that guy's going to fit. Giannis Antetokounmpo, so I would disagree with the person in the chat. I think he fits into this team perfectly. I think he's about commitment, like you said.
Yeah.
I think he's committed to a defensive side. He's winning. I don't think it matters how many shots he takes.
Also,
I think he's taking this many shots and scoring this many points because he has to take this many shots, score that many points to have his team actually competitive on a nightly basis.
Also, too, if you've ever paid attention to Giannis talk about the league, to talk about the other superstars, to talk about linking up, to talk about the whole 9 yards, he's not a fan of any of the superstars, really. He's not a fan of the link up and let me sign this big 3 and let me go hang out with these guys, start doing commercials, and maybe we can do some stuff together. He doesn't care about any of that. And you know who else doesn't care about any of that? It's Cade Cunningham. Yeah. Giannis isn't trying to go to a Miami or LA or Houston or team up with Kevin Durant, who's 40 years old. He's not interested in that. He's interested in going to a space where he can still have a shot to win titles and do it in the space of it's about basketball. It's not about big personalities and big egos and what you do in the offseason and all these things. That's Detroit. Like, that's a Detroit type. This is a nice fit for him. And also, too, he's been in Milwaukee, so he's used to this terrible weather. Like, I'm telling you, like, he's a person of interest that I follow. So when I say I'm watching from this space, he doesn't like all that flashy stuff. He doesn't like all the people like James Harden. You know more about James Harden off the court than on the court.
Yeah.
Like, he's not interested in those type of players. He's not interested in the Kawhi Leonards that never want to play. Like, he's not interested in that. He's interested in individuals like-minded, like J.B. Bickerstaff, who can coach the game the right way, who teaches the game the right way, who has his team operating as a team, and also another superstar in Cade Cunningham. All he cares about is trying to win for the Detroit Pistons.
And holds people accountable, that coach.
He will hold you. So, like, I think that's what he's looking for.
Okay. That would be fantastic, and that would fit in perfect with, obviously, with
Or maybe that's
Detroit.
what I want him to be looking for.
Well, I hope he does,
Yeah.
but how much control does he have over where he goes? I don't know the whole details of his contract. I just know, I think it was October 2023, he signed a 3-year contract extension. He had longer on that current deal, but he signed the extension. It was a max deal, $186 million. Okay, so he's tied up for another 2 this year and 2 more years.
I will say this: if you come, Giannis, and we know this is down the pipeline. This is some time from now. If you come, leave Thanasis as in Milwaukee. That's his big brother. Leave him in Milwaukee. Don't bring him here. Don't bring him here. He's a good person. You can bring him as your manager.
Why would that be?
Because that was the deal that he did in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like, he had him on the contract. Like, Giannis Antetokounmpo has an NBA contract.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it because his brother. Shout out to Giannis for doing it. He's horrible.
I was gonna say, I think he got another brother in there too.
But he's actually a good player. He's better than Thanasis. I mean, he's still maybe not NBA.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
First of all,
Trying to be nice.
Thanasis is horrible. When they gave him an MVP, All-Star nod or All-Star vote, what was it, like 2 years ago, and they showed his highlights, like,
come on,
he
man.
had bad G League highlights. Like,
it's Bronny James all over again.
Like, Thanasis wouldn't score 10. Hey,
God.
Thanasis wouldn't score 10 at St. Cecilia. I'm just throwing it out there.
So Kool-Aid, thumbs up or thumbs down on kicking those tires and delivering what we just talked about?
Absolutely
Okay.
thumbs up.
All right.
Absolutely thumbs up.
Brendan, thumbs up or thumbs down? Would you do that?
Thumbs up.
I would. I don't think it should be even a discussion.
Especially after he just told me and all these reporters that he was going to break LeBron James' record for scoring points today. So he's got 5 years. Come on.
Go ahead.
Well, there'll be a team.
Score all those points right at LCA.
Here's my worry. Knowing that Detroit could be involved, I don't know if they are, but it could be. Other teams, that price goes up. How high of a price are you willing to pay? That's what you got to ask yourself. If you're going to dive into it,
right,
and you're going to dive into both feet, you got to make sure. Well, that's jumping in, not
Right.
diving in. If you're jumping in with both feet,
yeah,
how much more are you willing to sacrifice? I don't think the picks are a big deal. I think it's about the young personnel on this team. They may not want Tobias Harris's extending contract that's about to be over,
Right.
after this year, but they would want Ivy. You would think they would want a good, hard-nosed, all-around player in Ron Holland. But that's me looking at it half full. I don't know about the expiring contract of Tobias Harris and whether that's something that's, kind of interested to them. So we'll see what happens with it. But that price could go up a little bit.
Yeah, look, luckily you got an owner that can pay it.
Yeah.
He just hired an $80 million coach and fired him in a year. So, I mean, that money is there.
I was about to say, can Monty Williams throw 5 on it?
Mine ain't doing nothing on it. Shout out to the Loonies.
That'll be that will be a very interesting story to follow.
Yeah.
When we see where Giannis Antetokounmpo comes from, people have all kinds of fun in print media trying to spell his name on a regular basis.
It's important because it can absolutely change and shake up the complexity of the East. It goes from what we think could be open to if he goes to the Knicks.
Yeah. Could I say the entire NBA?
The
That was
entire
about to say the NBA.
The
Yeah.
entire NBA. That's
What would New York have to give up? We're getting a little deep in the weeds here. What would New York have to give? Because there's
Karl Anthony Towns.
You know what?
I don't know if Milwaukee would want that.
And more, but
OG Anunoby would be one of the guys they would want.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm keeping OG.
yeah.
Like, you
Oh,
hear,
Bridges.
take Karl Anthony to take Cat. Oh my God, take that, take that guy.
I don't know, man. I think he's a good player. I do. I mean, he's not as good as Giannis Antetokounmpo.
But you don't need both. Like,
Yeah, I would sacrifice him for sure.
he didn't play defense.
Not like Antetokounmpo. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be fascinating. The reason I bring that up is because you're trying to balance what could I give you, compared to what they could give you.
Yeah, they have more to give.
Detroit does. You think New York does?
The Knicks, in terms of big names, big pieces and things. If you give up a Karl Anthony Towns and a Mikal Bridges, like that, those two right there sound a lot better than anything Detroit could give.
That's fair. especially to a fan base that may not be looking at, every single team in the NBA. Right? So what do? They immediately go, okay, Mikal Bridges, good player, 29 years old. We get a guy like that. You get a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, and then there's got to be at least one more player.
If Pistons did it, though, man, they would, in my opinion, have the best three-man rotation.
He's not happy here either.
You think they have the best three-man rotation? Better than OKC's.
You know what? K, Giannis, and Jalen Duren. I like it. I believe that they will be on the collision course for three All-NBA players.
Shea, Williams, and the big fella, Chet Holmgren.
Hey, each team, it would be dope. Each team will have MVP.
Very similar to what Boston used to be when they had Tatum and they had Holiday and they had Brown.
Here's what you would have to do, obviously, because you would have to put Shea versus Giannis, and then you would put K versus Lou, and then you put Jalen versus Chet. So obviously I'm just a different guy. I would take Giannis over Shea, but Shea is playing at a ridiculous level. So let's say Shea. Okay. So Shea, Giannis loses that one. K wins the next one. So that's 1-1. And now who you taking, Jalen Duren or Chet? What Chet is right now is Chet. What Jalen Duren could be is Jalen Duren.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Plus he's only 22.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Chet's only 24.
I've been a huge fan of Jalen Duren since they first got him because I think his athleticism is
his high school highlight tapes. Like when you watch his high school, you're like, why wasn't it more noise? Was the word I look for. I'm like, this dude is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like Amari Stoudemire.
That was the one thing Troy Weaver knew. Yeah. That was the one thing he stood out on the front line. Was like, man, I would take him in the top 5, and I'm glad it worked out for the Pistons.
Yeah. Troy Weaver too. Shout out to the Wizards.
Yeah. We all realize though that Jalen Duren was originally drafted by Charlotte, 13th overall, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew.
Yeah. Because I think there's a little bit of a misconception there. Oh, the Pistons trade him. Did they trade him? Did they draft him for the Pistons and then trade him, or how did that work?
They knew that the Knicks were going to get the deal, and the Pistons and Knicks have been talking for about a year and a half, and then they ultimately consummated several different deals that also included Duren, which was what Troy Weaver wanted ultimately.
Right, but he had them draft Jalen Duren for him. That's what I thought. Yeah. A good move by Troy Weaver, who you talked about yesterday. Okay, forget the left-handed point guard that he drafted.
Super Weaver. What?
He's so good.
It was the way you were describing it, man. The shoe fit a little bit.
Dude, he's so good. He's so good. He's back in the NBA. Oh no, he's not. All right, when we come back, we'll dive back into football for sure. Okay. Les Stanford is ready to help you with a holiday present. Look at these deals right here.
Ooh,
yeah,
$159.
That's very Christmassy, isn't it? Yeah, it's $159. That's a brand new Silverado Crew Cab LT.
I went to the wrong
for
place.
$159 a month plus tax. A 2026 Hummer EV for as low as $699 a month plus tax. Or you can drive off in the 2025 Cadillac Optic, only $449 a month plus tax. Those are just 3 of the great deals that they have going on right now. There are a lot more, and the inventory is massive. Go to LesStanford.com and see what I mean.
And after you get this car from Les Stanford, which I should have went to, Jack's Car Wash is the place that you should go to, man.
Hey,
text WSN to 888-522-1729. Want to get you a free car wash, so do that and we'll take care of that. Also, you can sign up for the unlimited plan, $29.99, and it allows you access to all the jacks across the state, free vacuums, free compressed air, all the works for the vehicle to get you nice and shiny, even on great days like today. So pull up at Jack's Car Wash ASAP.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
If you are looking for the ultimate pickleball experience, you got to check out Wicked Pickle. They got 10 climate control courts and a chill lounge with cold drinks that makes it Detroit's hottest indoor pickleball spot. Now, you see that QR code there? Go ahead and scan it to get a jump on this information. Mark your calendars for the Woodward Sports Pickleball Open on Friday, January 9th. All right, come watch your favorite Woodward Sports personalities go head-to-head against each other and pickleball pros. Don't miss out as well. The heavyweights will be there. All right, broadcasting live from 5 to 7 p.m. If you want in on this action, register today at pickleballtournaments.com for a chance to compete. I hear Bray and Shep are supposed to be out there. Brandon, we're going to have to figure out how we get out there, man.
Yeah.
Just make sure we got that massage chair ready.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you can take down your favorite Woodward Sports personality.
Afterwards, if you're sore, get in a massage chair. You looking to upgrade your relaxation game? Check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. The largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. With the top brands for massage chairs like Ofinity and Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road, experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com or scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
And we back.
NBA is a mess, man.
Why's that?
NBA is. I was just looking at not Giannis, but Zion Williamson's missed games versus the games he's played in. 270 career missed games. Yeah. Meanwhile, I think he has 240 career played games. But also too, it's just where the NBA is, man. The younger culture, like football and all the other sports, they're kind of following in that pattern with the younger players per se that are making all this money, and now it's a lot more laid back. But I was listening to one of my friends. I don't want to say his name. He was telling me inside the locker rooms and what it's like. He said, like, legitimately, like, they're always on the phone.
Yeah.
They're posting during games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no connectivity. Coaches can't talk to them, can't reach, especially the worst teams that you're on. The teams aren't coached like J.B. Bickerstaff and those coaches that get it. Like, it is just a bleep show. That's why they don't have vets, because vets can't tolerate it. Right. Vets don't mix well within that. And they can play when they want to, don't play when they want to. Once the money got to a certain point, like the NBA, because of, I don't want to get into political, but the NBA, the players have all the power.
For sure.
And they've given...
they have more power than any other athlete in any other league.
Very true. And like LeBron, like once it was dawned on him, and rightfully so, he the heir apparent, and Carmelo, and D Wade, and that new generation of players, they took all the power. And you got guys like Kawhi Leonard that manipulated that power, continues to manipulate that power, and you get this product. Like, that's why the foreign players are so appreciated. That's why they're so appreciated by the league as well as the teams, because they come over here to play the game. Yeah. They come over here to pour into the game, play the game, and now when the season's over, I might go back to Slovenia and turn up. But during the season,
on my goat farm.
On my goat farm. But during the season, man, they want to play. Meanwhile, the American-born players, like, they...
Whose fault is that?
TikTok, Snapchat, all the other dumb shit.
How does a coach allow a player to
use their phone while on the bench.
If I'm making $60 million and you making $5 million and you may not be here next year, you can't tell me nothing. And that's the space these players go. And it starts in college. Hey, college coaches can't tell these players anything. High school coaches can't tell these players anything.
What used to happen, college coaches can't any longer, but they used to.
Well, we're talking about now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
it's clearly like Lloyd.
I'm saying even like 7 years ago they could.
Yeah.
College players used to tell me the coach is just a go-between
for the league
to get to the league.
Heck yeah,
Okay?
I got to do what I got to do.
Right.
I got to appease him enough so that he won't take the ball out of my hand.
Right.
He'll let me go out there and drop these 22 points, and I can be a third overall pick. I can be a lottery pick, as they say.
But a coach who is a disciplinarian at the collegiate level sure can't coach in the NBA because you ain't sending certain players running the stairs because they didn't listen to you during a drill.
And then now they can go run those same stairs up to the owner's office and say, hey, look, get his ass out of here. And guess what's going to happen?
That's so true.
You're gone.
That is so true. The thing that has always bothered me, and this is so minuscule, but I think the league got away from it. You've got guys, I think it was Chris Anderson. Who's the dude with all the tattoos?
Yeah, Chris
Anderson. Birdman. Yeah, Birdman.
That dude, seriously, I mean, he's missing a game, and he is literally dressed like a homeless person. I'm like, dude, you make millions of dollars. Can you have a little pride by wearing, okay, you don't want to wear a suit. Can you look presentable?
He's
for crying out loud?
Trying to say that cheese.
Yeah, and, well, don't tell me he doesn't have anything. They'll dress up for the ESPYs, but they don't dress up for work. Yeah. To me, that makes no sense. But I think it's the same thing with the coaches. You know, I mean, the coaches now wear tracksuits, and it used to be where Chuck Daly and Pat Riley were trying to outdo each other with suits. It's just a perception thing. There are little things that if you change just a little bit, it might sway people in a different direction. That said, look at their numbers. Their ratings are still good, and the attendance is still good if you're winning.
Same thing happened in the NFL. In the NBA happened with the rest of the world as it relates to that. Like the NBA was kind of trendy in that direction, but when COVID happened and everybody got relaxed and everybody said, you know, I don't need to wear the slacks. I don't need to wear suits. I don't need to wear this. I can wear joggers and quarter zips.
Yeah.
Like when they did that, they embraced it and it never changed. And they never looked back. Because when you're coming to games in COVID, man, you're wearing T-shirt, jogging pants, you're doing the test 2-3 times, and then slowly but surely when COVID's over and you start going back to the arenas, I figured out, you know what, it's more comfortable if I just wear T-shirts and jogging pants.
Yeah, a lot of NFL guys wear suits. NHL wears suits all the time. Every single one of those guys get off the bus, they are dressed in a suit.
NFL
when they get on the plane, they are dressed in a suit.
NFL, at least the NFL will give you the designer casual outfit. Right. So like if it's not a suit or if it's not a mock neck in the wintertime, they'll give you for just throwing a brand out there, they'll give you the Louis Vuitton outfit that's a super casual outfit but has a level of, okay, you know, you put something on, you put some effort in for it, you look decent. Sure. Like at least if they'll do that. NBA is like, shoot, I just woke up, man, I got on boxers and a tank top. What? We got a game.
Let me get to the door.
Hey, you know, Bray put that 4.244 speed on display there, man.
I don't know if that one was 4.2.
That was pretty quick.
That was more like 4.72.
That wasn't bad considering he had to. You
saw that first step.
I saw that.
He also had to deal with the step there. You know, a step down from the stage.
Oh, side note, you know this new trend that's going on where it says I used to be a hell of a player. Like I know you're not on IG, are you?
No.
I know you're not. I should have just said that. So on IG or on Snapchat and all these places and TikTok, I used to be a hell of an athlete, and they got older players doing whatever their moveset was at their position. I played wide out. I set my camera up in the gym today to do it, and went to run a route like I shook somebody, then it released and caught a pass and slipped and fell on my back and hit my head on the weight.
Oh no!
I recorded it too. You know how fast I deleted that?
Oh,
I deleted that so fast. I was like, this is completely the opposite of what this little challenge was supposed to be.
Bray be just filling this in on all of his bloopers. Like, bro,
I'll tell you about him. You can't see him. I'll tell you about him.
Hey, there's humility there.
He keeps it real.
Hey, speaking of that, today is signing day. What was signing day like for you?
Oh, snap. That's a great question.
It's a nice segue. You know, very quiet. Yeah, it wasn't
really.
Because this was the era before they were 5-6 hats and tricking you. Hey, I'm going here. No, I'm not. I'm going here. Psych, I lied.
Did you do it at school?
I did it at school. I did it in the library. I was going to Michigan. Like once they offered, like I told all the other schools, yo, look, appreciate it. I'm going to Michigan. You know, it is what it is.
So what was the worst response you got from a coach? Do you remember?
Vanderbilt wanted me bad. I can't remember what.
Did they say anything negative to you?
That's what I was going to say. Like when I told them I was going to Michigan, because I was, you have good parents. They're polite. They say, hey, you're going to call everybody and thank them for offering you. I was like, Mom, but it's a part. Yeah, you're going to call them and thank them.
Good for them.
So we called them.
Mom.
I think the recruiters that recruited me, or I was able to talk to the coaches, and I was talking to the Vanderbilt coach. He was like, you just going to Michigan because your dad went there. Oh. He said, be your own man. He said, step out and do something different. He said, you know what? I thought you were a different player. You don't want to play with Jay Cutler. I was like, Jay Cutler ain't even there. You're selling me on somebody that's coming.
Hey, man, I didn't have to make this call,
Exactly. I was like, you know what? I got something for you. I always pray we play Vanderbilt. Like a random opening game or something. I was like, we said Vanderbilt. I'm going for 230.
I got something for you. I'm glad your parents did that. When my son was getting recruited for college lacrosse, I told him, once he made his decision, I told him he had to call all the other schools. One coach actually said to him, where are you going? Oh, you're not going to play there, and you're not going to enjoy it. And he's like, oh, okay. They played them early in the season, torched them for 2, and played on a regular basis, just gave him a fist pump going through the line, take it easy. So that's why I was wondering about you.
Bobby Williams told me the same thing.
Oh, did he really?
You're not going to play. He told me the same thing. My sophomore year, we beat him 49-3.
Bobby Williams told you that?
Because he wanted me to go to Michigan State, and he offered me in the summer. Mm-hmm. So he offered me in June. I went up there for a camp. I torched the DBs, and he brought me and my father into the office. Hey, you're coming here. We offering you right now, blah, blah, blah. And then Michigan offered. They didn't offer until November. So there's this waiting process. And finally, when they offered, I called Bobby Williams. He was like, man, you're not going to play at Michigan. I was like, I'll see you soon.
So wait a minute. So he thought you could play at State. See, that says something. You thought you could play at State, but not at Michigan? I mean,
you picked up on that.
Yeah, that tells you something.
Now I get it. Earlier when I asked if players remember that stuff, like the Lions putting the butt whipping on the couch.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Because that was great detail. You remember every detail about that stuff.
That's great.
I signed a letter of intent in the library. Had one guy came out from Detroit News, came out, I signed it. They took a picture. They put it in news. And that was it. It was no fanfare, nothing like that.
That's surprising. I think it's great kids get an opportunity.
I made up for that, though.
Oh, you're damn right you did.
made up
for tenfold. All right, stay with us. When we come back, we'll get to some super chats, some other thoughts. I know. I just looked at the clock.
Hey, blame buddies.
3:47, and I'm thinking to myself, I wanted to ask you a few more football things about Dallas and Detroit, but maybe what we can do is when we come back, we can just sneak in a quick thought on why you think they can win and why you think they got no shot. We'll do that after this from Black Rock and Lady Jane. Stay with us.
Ooh, Black Rock. I should have been paying attention, but Black Rock Bar and Grill, the place that sizzles. Let me start here. 20% off. I don't know if you know, but 20% is a really good deal. You mentioned Woodward Sports, and that's what you get off your bill. A sizzle above the rest is Black Rock. And also, by the way, they got some new stuff on that menu that you might want to check out. The prime sirloins, but they're here to stay. Not just a meal, but it's a top rock experience. Oh, that's a nice little play on words there. All you can eat platters for $20, and don't forget the holidays are on us. Give a gift that Sizzle the Black Rock gift card. It makes perfect stocking stuffer. And now through the end of the year, buy $50 and get $10 as well in bonus bucks. Mention Woodward Sports, like I said, and it's 20% off. Black Rock, the sizzle above the rest.
A lot of sizzle taking place at Lady Jean's right now. Just as we watch, there's some influencers out there taking a lot of pictures. And there's a lot of great backdrops to do just that. Why? Because it's so clean, it's pristine, and there's a lot of smiling young ladies back there, and for good reason. They run a really good shop, and they get you in, they get you out, they value your time. Lady Jean's haircuts for men. Really simple. Sign in, then you're in the chair, and you're ready to roll. Lady Jean's. Open 10 till 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, folks. It's wicked awesome.
To all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball. Your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
We
Look
back.
at Dan Campbell in the commercial, man.
I love that. I do. I love it when he goes, Woodward Sports, let's go. I think that's really
100%.
cool. Speaking of let's go, let's get to some super chats because we want to make sure we get those in. Anything from the mailbag. And then if for time, we'll make sure that Braylon gives us a reason to believe and a reason for despair tomorrow night against Dallas. Go ahead, Kool-Aid.
Oh, definitely. And the people were definitely sending in those super chats. Again, thank you to IVR who sent in the biggest one of the day, the $10 one that we talked about earlier. But Labartney sent in a couple of them, a couple 199. He says Northwestern Buddies is the best for him.
Nice.
He thinks the Northwestern one. And
Hey,
Bray, when
that's
you were
what-
telling the
that's what I'm
stories,
talking
my
about.
pops did the same thing, man. His fraternity brothers and everything. He was Phi Beta Sigma. They used to meet there.
Blue Hey!
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
that was the one, man, that I remember from
That's
childhood.
another
Right, so
side,
that's I think that's Northwestern between 13 and 14.
Yep.
I believe is what it is.
100%.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
let me see here. Labartney also
Off
says,
Franklin, yeah.
just 199 super chat. Just shout out Braylon.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Just,
I'm
hey.
gonna shout you out too, man. Thanks for listening to us on here, Miss Shep and Brendan over there, quiet as ever. Like a shirt. Hell, you know what I'm saying? A little support right there, and then Kool-Aid that makes it happen on a day-to-day basis, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah. And then, you know what? Michael Wary earlier in the show was saying with the $2 super chat, Pistons talk, please. Trade rumors are hot. And Freight Train Jay with a $1.99 super chat also said, preview the Pistons game. And Shep, he said, stop glazing Bray.
Well, here's the thing about the Pistons. Okay, so we have talked a lot of Pistons or a lot of NBA. Somebody in our chat, our Woodward group chat, said it would take Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, Isaiah Stewart, Jaden Ivey, and 4 first-round picks. That's what they heard. Now, I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody has to have a price. So that's number one. Number two, playing Milwaukee. I mean, go ahead and break it down if you want. I think Detroit should win this game. I'm surprised they're favored by only 7. I think this should be, no pun intended, a slam dunk. I don't think there's any question about that. They're the better basketball team, but I suppose on any given night in the NBA, especially look at what happened with Atlanta the other night. It took a 1-point win. But I like the way Detroit plays in general. I like their defense especially.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I want Giannis just like the next Detroit Pistons fan, but at the end of the day, you have to put your foot down somewhere. You can't legitimately have 2 players and bare ass covered and no draft picks and no players on that team. So at some point, you got to put your foot down, and I agree with Shep on that one. Not so much. And ain't nobody glazing over here.
So somebody in our chat also said this, and I assume glaze is a bad thing. I'm sorry if I'm glazing Bray. I shouldn't be doing that.
Some people say it's a bad thing, but when it's listen, man,
we'll work on that.
It's like, when you, it's basically it's their version of kissing ass.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's
how
what
am I kissing?
It's like an overly complimentary kiss.
Okay,
button.
well,
If
now,
you're like
now that's
nice-
offensive to me because I don't think I kiss your ass at
No,
all.
well,
in
you
fact,
don't.
in fact, I piss you off sometimes. Okay? All right, I know the Braylon look when he.
Me and Brendan be over here like, man, we glad we got glass.
And
over
by the way,
there.
I'm okay with that. You know, it's not going to get physical. I'm okay if it gets
supposed to be.
physical. Yeah, it's fine. I got no problem.
y'all
never
keep it
want-
real. So say this is the y'all keep it real crew.
No,
That's
no,
what it is.
no big deal.
No, not at all.
So, somebody asked, they wondered if the Lions even gotten involved in the Jalen Phillips trade from Miami when Jalen Phillips, of course, went to Philadelphia.
Ask Isaac Tesla about that.
Oh,
You can't get involved when you don't have picks.
Right.
You can't get involved when you have picks.
What I would remind them is
At least
that
they use them a lot.
Philadelphia gave up a third rounder. Detroit doesn't have a third rounder.
Yeah.
Would you surrender a second rounder for Jalen Phillips, who can be a free agent at the end of the year?
Is the same deal on the table as it relates to the third pick overall? I mean, not the third pick overall. That was me.
The compensation.
The third round.
So
Compensatory
pick.
So you would get a second round back?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you would do that.
Because Jalen Phillips is only a 1-year option for the Eagles, just like he would have been a 1-year option here, unless he did something crazy and now you're rethinking your inks. You're only going to use him for this year, which is a Super Bowl run, and he can really help out in that situation. Next year, you'll get your second round pick back. So I think I would have done it.
Yeah, and on top of that,
Yeah.
He hasn't been great with second round picks anyway. I mean, I don't want to be too negative
be that
here,
guy.
but it's true though.
Yeah, you got Laporta and Branch, and that's it.
Yeah, and Jalen Phillips was really good against Detroit. One very good against Dallas, and one very good against Chicago at all. In fact, he was plowed by that Chicago offensive line. Jalen Carter was plowed. Okay, Jordan Davis was plowed. You talked about it the other day. That offensive line is real. That Chicago offensive line bullied the Philadelphia defensive line. It was surprising to me to watch. Give us a reason on why you think Detroit can be competitive tomorrow night. Why you think they can win.
Detroit still has some of the best players in the NFL. I mean, you have to start there. You just look at it as it relates to the Pro Bowl voting right now. Detroit Lions have 11 players at the top 10 at their position. And we know 2 of those guys aren't going to be with us for this game, and that's Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta. However, they still got some really good guys out there, and you still really done some really good things over the past couple of years. You know what the issues are. There's a lot of fixable things. Dropping passes is fixable. 12 men on the field is fixable. Not going for it on certain down and distances based on how the team is playing is fixable. Using the best punter, at least I was told once upon a time, he was the best punter in the NFL. Using your punter from time to time, Jack Fox, these are fixable things. The energy is going to be real. They don't have a choice. Like, their back is not against the wall; it's on the other side of the wall. They're trying to get back into the conversation. So, so realistically, I think they have the players, they have the temperament, they have the experience to do the things that they're supposed to do, and they can help themselves in these games. You want Al-Qadim Muhammad to be more of a force. You want him to help out. Well, you know what? You got to stop guys on first down. You got to stop guys on first down, because when you allow teams to run on you, El-Qadim Muhammad, he can't run. He's not a run. He is not a run stopper. Right. He does not do well in the run game. Your other ends don't do well in the run game. That's why you have an Aleem McNeil, who you're moving out to be a defensive end. Aleem McNeil is a force disruptor in the middle. That's the conversation we had about him. That's what got him paid. Not doing things on the outside because you're desperate in the defense. So if you know what to do, and this team has enough good players, and you have enough minds in that building to where you can give yourself a chance against this Dallas Cowboys team.
Yeah, we were sold that by the coaching staff. There's too many times where they've cast that line. We've grabbed onto it like a pike on a minnow, and they've just got us reeling, right? Yeah. And it was, hey, Aleem McNeil, let's just move him to the outside. He'll do a really good job with that. And we're like, yeah, okay, I can see that. No, that's not the way it goes. And I think that's the line that the Lions brass is walking here. I'll just use it as a generic term. They're walking here. They're telling us things that we want to believe, and then when they're not coming to fruition, people are going to start saying, sorry, we don't believe that anymore. I mean, we're good. You say this all the time, don't you, Kool-Aid? We're good. Okay, Marcus Davenport's coming back. Josh Pascal's coming back. Anybody seen Josh Pascal?
Also, stop telling us who's coming back when they've never done anything. Like, I hate when they get to the podium and they talk about who's coming back, and the people that they're talking about haven't done anything as the Detroit Lions. So it missed me with that. So for the Lions, these things are fixable. These things you can correct. And also you have Jahmyr Gibbs, Like, basically put what we talked about him, he is a person that can hit a home run at any time. It didn't show up last game, but it doesn't mean it's not there. We know what he's capable of.
They are going to need it.
And true. They're definitely. Yeah.
All right, so that's the reason they can. What's the reason they can't?
That defense is bad.
Yeah.
But that defense is bad. Let me add one more into the can.
Oh.
Just to help out, and then I'll finish it up. Dak Prescott is still a guy that's starting to be able to move a little bit more. No. Dak is
okay. It's all right.
Dak
Go
is
ahead.
a guy that is moving a little bit more. He's getting a little bit more relaxed in this offense and things that he's doing. Trust me, like I've seen some plays where you're like, that should have been an interception. That should have been a sack. That should have been this. But he's making those plays. But they're there.
You make me feel more
Aiden
confident
Aiden Hutchinson, put your arms around number 4. Like he wants to go down. He wants to throw you a pick. Get him off his square. Like realistically, you got to give him some different looks. Give him some different designs, man. Like he doesn't want to rush the ball, so you don't have to worry about him getting outside the pocket.
Yeah.
But I think they can do that. On the outside, giving you, it's that defense. Yeah. They haven't been good, and legitimately, they're like one play. That's how I watch the Lions now. I'm just waiting. All you need, it's going to be one play, and then you're going to see everybody on defense. They start to miss tackles. They start to not be able to cover in man-to-man coverage. They start making mistakes, like once that big play happens.
And it's 3rd down and 14 when it happens, for crying out loud, and then there's some type of PI or whatever. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow for sure. Breakdown, Lions, Cowboys. We got a Braylon's breakdown waiting for you, of course. We're going to do that, plus his picks as well. That'll be tomorrow here on the Braylon Edwards Show. Thanks a lot for watching. We appreciate it as always. The heavyweights coming up at 5 o'clock. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Smash that like button on Woodward Sports.
Trajan, go get Giannis.
That's
if
the
the
word.
price is right.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.